gruesome murder in Karnataka's Hubbali has shaken the conscience of the nation. Neha, the daughter of a Congress councillor, was stabbed to death in broad daylight on the campus of BVB College on the 18th of April. Student organizations in Karnataka have taken to the streets to condemn this brutal murder. Meanwhile, the victim's father has expressed his anguish and demanded a CBI probe in the matter. Even so, political war of words has now exploded, with the BJP and the Congress trading barbs at one another. The centre has accused the Karnataka government of engaging in appeasement politics. In fact, Prime Minister Modi himself stated that the ideology being promoted by the Congress government in Karnataka is very dangerous. BJP chief JP Nadda has also met with the bereaved family and claimed that CM Siddaramaiah-led government is diluting the probe. The Congress, meanwhile, has promptly fired back, with Mallikarjun Kharge condemning the incident and the ensuing politically coloured remarks that are being now floated. Other leaders such as DK Shivkumar and G. Parmeshwara have emphasized that the law must take its course. As Netas now bicker over this spine-chilling murder, we ask whether it is time to focus on meting out justice for Neha and move beyond the politics. Taking this forward is with me Neeti Jain of the BJP, Advocate Gyanendra Mishra, political analyst, also with us, Anurag Naidu, political analyst, with me, Ellen Rao, former cop, also with us on the broadcast. And we don't have anybody from the Congress party for this particular discussion. But I want to begin with Neeti Jain of the BJP. Neeti, given the gravity of the situation and the murder that has taken place, is it really fit for the political parties to be converting this also into now a political war?
Look, Devika, I don't think this is being converted into a political war by the opposition. It is the family of the deceased girl that has asked for a CBI probe. It is the father that said that the state is not doing anything on this matter. The swift action that needed to be taken is not being taken. We are simply supporting them. And the reason for that is that this is not the only law and order situation that has happened in Karnataka. And the kind of attitude that the government has had, this is not the first time. So when the Rameshwaram bomb blast case also happened, they came out all guns blazing, even for a witness. They initially they said it's not even a bomb blast at all, and then they come out with different theories. But when the real perpetrators are caught, they say nothing about that. So this is the politics of appeasement that is being done by the Congress, and this needs to be called out. We are simply supporting the father of the deceased, who happens to be a Congress leader himself. Are you saying that the Congress leader himself is against Congress? And I think that is again a question that the Congress needs to answer. It is not for the BJP.
Okay, all right. I want to bring in Gyanendra Mishra as well into the conversation. Gyanendra Mishra, what really then needs to now be the course of action as far as this particular case is concerned? How do we ensure that this doesn't become yet another political war and justice is actually meted out to the family?
No, Devika, I think, yes, you have rightly pointed out. See, it is purely a law and order case or situation where a crime has happened. And it is very unfortunate if people, for the political expediencies or for political gain, look at crime from a particular religious angle. That trend should not be encouraged at all, because it's a very dangerous trend and it is in time of election. So I would request every political party to refrain from making, these kind of a statement to polarize, the society, because for your small political gain, you create you put a great harm to the society. Having said that, yes, it is a brutal crime, but it is in law and order, which is in state matter, and the state government should take immediate and prompt action, which I believe they are taking. The statement has come from the different state authorities that we will promptly take action. The police is taking action, and the culprit will be brought to the justice, and law will take its own course. So anywhere, if any such crime happens, it need to be condemned, but it need to be condemned from a perspective of, being in law and order situation, and every citizen is this country to entitle a safe environment. And if anybody try to, harm or take away the life of any other body, it is the the most heinous crime, and it should be dealt in accordance with the law and as strictly and as swiftly as possible. Beyond that, we should not make it in a political, slugfest, because it is very unfortunate, and there seems to be an increasing tendency for the political party to jump into the
Right.
issues which are purely, law and order issues, and every political party should respect that and refrain from, turning into in a political suckfest for a small political gain.
Okay, all right. But some serious allegations there also raised by the father of the victim. He says that he's given names of 8 people openly. He's accused several people. He's shared the names, and not a single person has been caught by the law and order machinery yet, which of course raises further questions for the family as well. Runal Raidu, bringing you into the conversation, I just want to understand, the moment the case came out, there was of course a lot of talk about love jihad, people calling this love jihad. Online, this case immediately exploded as love jihad. Do you feel that somewhere when such cases take place, and also this happens to have happened during the election season, there has to be some sort of restraint that has to be exercised by political parties as well, because somewhere the entire matter has now been shifted, and at the end of the day, we're far away from getting justice, because as the family has pointed out, nobody has really been caught, and the entire focus has shifted to who said what. What did the Congress say, and what is the BJP saying?
If you're hinting towards the example of Nadaji or any leaders of the BJP visiting the house of the victim, I think somebody has to console, somebody has to support, somebody who is a part of the system. Now BJP is there in power in the whole of India. They are a prominent leading party, and as a political party, and of course, look at this. This gentleman who has lost his daughter. I'm so sorry, but he's a Congress leader. The least he expects is for his leaders to stand up by the family during this such times. And what is he asking? He has all the evidences. He has given the names of the accused, the people who have executed this murder. In the times that we live in, do you really think that murders, honor killing, attacks like this have any space? They do not have. People do not appreciate this. I mean, at least the gentleman's expectation is for his party, the Congress party, which is there in power in Karnataka, to stand up by him. Now, if the Congress party is not standing, somebody has to go and stand and be in solidarity and support. So, I think after some time, after some hours have passed, and seeing that there is no response from the Congress party, and I think the BJP leadership must have felt that there is a need for them to stand up by the family. So, I don't think it's not about election times or not. It's about any time, any murder, any killing. If anyone is being hurt in our neighborhood, it is our first responsibility to go and stand by them, do whatever support that we can do in the current capacity. Now we have model code of conduct enforced. There is very limited resources with any party for that matter. But at least it's a nice gesture from Mr. Nadaji or any leadership of BJP to go and meet the family. It gives a lot of courage that at least in the days to come there will be an action taken. If not the state government, the union government will enforce some kind of an action. And that gives us so much confidence to the family. And let's not, just some gentlemen say, let's not talk about politics, let's not politicize. It's not about, I mean, we all should have, it was there in proximity. We all should have gone and met the family, whosoever it is, any community, any religion. It's a primary responsibility of human beings to go and stand. It is very unfortunate that the party that he himself believed in, nobody came and stood by him, at least assured of any action, and they were busy in political campaigning. So we need to see, which side is doing what.
Okay, all right. Neeti Jain, is the BJP then taking regular updates on the status of the case, and is there something that you can shed light on?
Look, Nadaji was there, and we have been talking, whatever is there is in the media, but that's not even the point. The point is, what has Congress law and order situation, or the home department or the state government, what have they done in this entire matter? And the BJP is not the main victim here. The victim's father himself has been saying that the proper action has not been taken by the government. So I think this is between the two Congress factions itself. We are simply saying that why is it, and we are not saying this today. We have been saying this for a very long time, that the law and order situation is not all right under the Congress in the Karnataka state. This is not a new allegation that we have come up with, or anything of that sort. So I think this is the Congress government that needs to answer. And if the Congress leader himself is saying that right action is not being taken in the murder, in the gruesome murder that is on video, everybody has seen that. And if there's no action that is being taken on that by the Congress government, I think that is something that the Congress government needs to answer. You can say hum kar rahe hain, but Congress has been into appeasement politics, and there's no two ways about it. If they're not taking action simply because the accused comes from a particular minority, or if they don't come out and say anything about the bomb blast just because the accused is from a particular minority, what would you take out of this entire situation? What do you take away from it?
Okay, I want to understand. Okay, Anurag Naidu, then is it fair for the BJP to make these allegations? This is what I meant earlier as well. When we talk about politicization of the issue, is it fair to say that the Congress government is failing to take any action, or that the law and order, the cops, the entire machinery is not taking action because the accused happens to be a Muslim?
No, if you look at it in entirety, it would make sense, right?
Yes, okay. Niti, I've asked the question to Anurag.
Well, whether it makes sense or not, it's for the people to decide. We are in a campaign season, like the BJP spokesperson mentioned. Now, if the BJP has a point to make, and she has also made a reference of, there are several incidences that BJP is taking example of. If the action has not been taken, that is what the BJP is trying to tell to the people. It's for the people to decide if the law and order of the state is in control or not. If the people feel, and mark my word, if the people feel that the law and order situation in the state is not in control, they would give a particular party that they believe in more number of seats. So we will see once the result is out which party gets more number of seats from Karnataka, and that's for the people. Mandate is very clear. We are just 26, 14 seats will go for the polls in Karnataka. So we will see the result. Definitely there will be an impact of such crimes because Karnataka has got such a huge global exposure. Bangalore is a global city. It cannot afford to be looked into this light of having so much of crime, so much of attacks, so much of such activity. So we need the government has highest amount of responsibility. And let's not forget, even in the Rameshwaram bomb blast, the chief minister was quick enough to give statement and said, okay, the police has nabbed, or the police has at least traced some criminals and then where they belong to, and some key evidences or some key the things signaling the crime. But in this case, why is there a delay from the state government or the police is something that opposition or any other party, responsible party, must act. And I think that is for the government to answer. It is not for which religion, which community, but it is a citizen of Karnataka. They're supposed to know.
Okay, all right. I want to bring in Mr. Ellen Rao into the conversation as well. Mr. Rao, I just want to understand from your perspective, given that this is a crime that has taken place on a college campus and there was enough evidence against the said accused, what do you think are the obstacles then that are being faced perhaps by the Karnataka law and order machinery, that they haven't been, after so many days, been able to really nab anyone related to the case?
Devikaji, this is not only a gruesome murder, but I think it's a hate crime also. And we all have sympathy to Neha Hariman's family for this. There's a great loss to a young person from their family. But at the same time, I'm surprised at how the police is not able to lay hands on the culprits till now. And why this apathy on the part of the investigating agency, in spite of the deputy request of her father is being made. And that is, it seems that there is something that maybe that which we the earlier speakers were discussing about, maybe a political pressure, maybe some election stand, because they want to have give some appeasement policy because the accused person is from the other community to whom the Congress party is supporting. That I'm not alleging to the political parties, but to the aspect of the police investigation. That is most important. Whether any party is ruling or not, the crime is crime. That should be investigated with all fairness, and all justice should be given. The justice should be given to the victim family as soon as possible. And if there is any such hindrance, that should not be considered at all, because such crime, if the perpetrators are being allowed to flee in such a heinous crime, then there will be definitely a misrepresentation in the society, and the people will have will lose faith in the law and order situation, law and order
No, but
procedure, and particularly the police also.
Okay,
So
okay.
the police should be.
Okay, all right. I want to, yes, sir, go ahead, complete your point. Then I want to bring in Neeti Jain back into the conversation.
I'm saying that the police should do all these by doing their job with above board, above politics, and without any pressure and pressure tactics from any political party. Because as we have seen in Delhi, that Delhi police has not at all succumbed with any pressure of any political pressures. That should be the same situation not only in Karnataka, in every state of India. That should be there. That police is a very independent agency. They should do their job with all freeness.
Devika, please, I want to come in.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. One second. I want to bring in Neeti Jain as well into the conversation. Then I'll come to Gyanendra Mishra as well. Neeti Jain, I just want to understand. This incident takes place on the 18th of April, just a day before the first phase of the elections, and the police did actually arrest the main accused, Fayaz. They've sent him to custody. The Siddaramaiah government has said that the CID will probe the matter further to see if there is anything other than just this man being, a psychopath, a killer. If there's anything beyond that, there will be a CID, there will be a special court that will be set up for a speedy trial. What really then is the expectation of the BJP beyond this from the state government?
Devika, like I said earlier, it is not really about the BJP. I think the father has given a lot other names that need to be taken action on, and he is saying that action is not being taken. He is saying that the swift action that the police should have taken in nabbing these criminals is not being taken. He is saying this is a matter of love jihad. We are simply supporting him like we would anybody who has gone through a gruesome murder of his daughter, and that needs to be supported. They are saying CID, if the police is not being able to handle it, if the police is under any political pressures, the father is saying let this case go to CBI. Why is the government not doing that? So that remains the question. I think the police is working like the speaker before me said, that the police apparently is working under a certain political pressure, and that needs to be answered by the Congress. It is not for the BJP to answer. We are simply asking the same questions that the father of the victim, of the girl that has been murdered so brutally on camera, that has been caught on camera, and he has given a lot other names. Why is no action being taken on that? We are simply asking the same questions that the father is asking.
Okay, all right. Gyanendra Mishra, bringing you back into the conversation. You wanted to make a point, but I also just want to understand from your perspective, what more do you feel that the state government then needs to do at this point in time to really assuage the emotions that people across Karnataka are feeling? And it's not just the BJP or the ABVP or other student wings that are protesting. Several people across Karnataka are protesting.
So, Devika, I think the answer. The government of Karnataka and the police of Karnataka has acted peacefully. Within 90 minutes of the crime, the culprit was arrested. He is in the judicial custody. There could be another angle. I'm sitting here, will not say that whether it is a love jihad or not a love jihad. This is a matter of, and obviously it has to be matter of investigation. And as you rightly observed, the Chief Minister himself has made a statement that he has ordered a CID inquiry and all angle will be looked into it. But at the prima facie, we not say that it is a love jihad, which seems to be a tendency on the part of BJP, which is very unfortunate that whenever
Sir,
a crime has
if your own
happened,
leaders don't agree with what you are doing, if your own leaders are not satisfied with the action that
Okay,
you
one
are
second. Neeti Jain,
taking.
let him complete. Then I'll come back to you.
Let me complete. So wherever you will see in India a crime happens, this time maybe the father is saying where there are the culprit and the victim are belonging to two different religious communities. The BJP will always make it a point that it is a love jihad. It is a love jihad, and please investigate this angle. They are in a habit of polarizing any such issues. So the crime does happen where the people from within one community kill each other. The crime will happen where the people for different community will kill each other. But in all such crime, you just label it as in love jihad across the country all the time. This time they are seeking an excuse that that is why we are making it a point. But everywhere you will see in India, wherever such crimes is happen, and the police is not taking action within remember what has happened with the Olympian women when they were sitting on the road and crying that we have been molested. The police in Delhi was not ready to even register an FIR, and it is the Supreme Court which has to intervene, and then only at the direction of the Honorable Supreme Court that an FIR was registered. So making these kind of a statement that the police is not acting immediately and arresting everybody, since someone is taking the name, it is a matter of investigation. CID is already looking into it. Prima facie, it seems to be a crime of passion. The main culprit has immediately been arrested, and if there is another angle to
I
it,
just want to add one point
here.
here. Let's not call it a crime of passion. I think we've romanticized and glorified stalking and murders subsequently as crimes of passion or anything related to love. I just want to insert that point here, because I think we need to move away from this mentality where we continue to glorify stalking and brutal murders as crimes of passion.
No, Devika, but motive has to be found out now.
No, you find out the motive. I'm just inserting this here, sir. I'm just inserting this point here. I think we should change our language around it entirely. This is absolutely, it comes...
You have a point there.
Yes.
You have a point there. But
Mishra ji, the motive is there. The father has said...
This is how the police will establish.
Okay, all right. I want to give Neeti an opportunity to respond now.
So the motive is there. You can be in denial and not look at it, because the father has said she was asked to convert. She said no, which is why this man went ahead and killed her. And if you still see this was anything else other than love jihad, I don't know which prism are you looking at things from. And the other point simply is that if your own leaders, if it happens,
that is incorrect.
if such a gruesome,
I am intervening because
sir,
it is
the problem is that if your own
statement.
leaders don't trust you with the law and order situation, how do you expect the public at large to believe in what the actions that you are taking? Devika, you asked me to
Okay,
be
one
quiet.
second,
Now,
Gyanendra
please
Mishra, I'll let you
me speak.
respond. Gyanendra Mishra, I'll let you respond. One second, Neeti, complete your point. Neeti, you're saying that the father is the one who's made these allegations. He is the one who said that his daughter was asked to convert, and when she refused to convert is when this entire situation erupted, where unfortunately a young girl is now dead.
He has said this, and he has said this on camera. There have been multiple bites that have been going on. But if the Congress party wants to remain in denial of that fact, that is entirely up to them. That is not our fault. All we are saying is that if you look at this in entirety, this is not the single case. And if your own leaders refuse to believe in you in the matter of law and order, how do you believe for the public at large to believe in the law and order situation that you are presenting in the state of Karnataka right now?
But Gyanendra Mishra, the BJP there is simply reiterating what the family is saying, what Neha's family is saying.
Together. all the
Devika,
cases.
I would like to ask, the learned spokesperson for BJP, but what she has to say
Sir,
about
don't
the
get into whataboutery right now. I will
Amrita,
answer those questions when you debate those questions.
what you have to say about the
Why don't you
Ankita
answer about
Dwivedi murder case
the
in
current
UP?
matter?
Was it not in love?
Sir, the
Was it
problem is
not
when
in
you are
law and
asked
order
pointed questions, you
situation?
get into
What will be
whataboutery.
no.
So why don't
Okay,
you
but
simply
Gyanendra
answer the
Mishra,
question at hand right now?
Mishra,
This is the point. No, let other is telling that has to be in truth. So
No,
when
my problem is that every time you are asked pointed questions, you get into whataboutery because you don't have the answers to the
no, but
questions that
Gyanendra
I'm
Mishra,
asking you.
if Neha's family is the one that is saying that this is, if they are the ones that are saying that she was asked to convert and she refused to convert and therefore she's been murdered, then really is it any political party's fault for reiterating that? Or are you saying that the political parties itself are lying, that that was not what was said?
No, Devika, let me answer that. The same father also made a statement that it is already on record. You can just check it when that the boy marry her, but we refuse, saying that since we are Hindu, you are a Muslim, this marriage will not happen. This is also the statement on record when the first statement was given by his father. If you want, I can
Bhai,
read it.
us
It is in
time
front
par
of
he
my
believed you
computer.
will do something when you
But
did not do
Gyanendra
anything.
Mishra,
He came out with the reality.
Gyanendra Mishra,
And-
even if the statements have changed and the sentiments of the families have changed, why are we going out of our way to defend this boy?
Nobody is defending. I don't know who is defending here. I think you yourself said that the chief minister said that the main culprit has been arrested. CID is, directed to investigate the matter. We are looking at all the angle, whatever would be the outcome of the investigation.
Sir,
The law
where
will
is the
take its own
investigation of the
course.
other people named by the
So the
father?
point is, no, please let me complete. So point here you are taking it. So since father has now said that there is a love jihad, so everybody should accept it's a love jihad and there is no need for investigation. There is no
No,
need for
nobody's saying
CID
that there's no need
investigation.
for
And the
investigation.
guy,
Nobody's ever said. Gyanendra Mishra, nobody's said that there's no need for investigation. Nobody's ever said that.
No, are you discounting what the father is saying?
please
No
Because
let
one
me
he is
says that
the
there
complete.
is no need for
simple.
investigation.
If you
The
are
family of the
going to
victim has all the every right to.
let me
The family
let
of the
me
victim
complete.
has
Yes,
every right to say what they feel
they
at
have
this point
every
in time.
right. I agree they have
So you are
every
Okay.
right.
discounting.
Ellen Rao wants to make a point. I'm going to leave the last word with
Yes,
Ellen Rao. I'm
yes.
going to leave the
and
last
Yes,
word with
Devkaji,
Ellen Rao. I need to wrap
I
up.
just
I'm going to
want
leave the
to.
last word with Ellen Rao, please.
Yes,
Say
Devkaji,
that
I
since
just
the
want to
family
make
is
one
telling,
point.
I'm going to have to.
Very valid
I'm going to
point.
have to mute the other speakers. Please leave the last word with Ellen Rao. I want to wrap this up,
Yes,
please.
Devkaji, I will insist only on the point that during investigation, the victim's version should have been taken very seriously, and investigation should have been done in a proper manner. And no doubt the main accused has been arrested, but there may be some other accused persons and some other allegations are to be proved. That's why the investigation should be a tight, that evidences must be collected, and then it should be done as soon as possible and sent to the trial for the trial, so that there's confidence among the people and the family itself that is engaged in the that is in the police investigating agency. That is most important aspect of this thing, apart from any political versions.
Okay, absolutely. I thank all of our guests for joining us on the broadcast to take this conversation forward. That's all the time that we have.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.